What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. So we are in my garage doing a project, and as you can see right here, I've already started the project with some spray paint. I'll explain more of that in a second. So we're in my garage. We are spring cleaning. Spring brings on, like, let's get ourselves together. We've been hibernating, but now during this quarantine we kind of have to be in the house a little more. So we are spring cleaning. This is my husband's gym. There's actually more stuff on this side, and there's some stuff on this side and over on this side. Stuff everywhere. So just getting that together. But so a lot of the things in my house, like end tables and certain things, are repurposed or refurbished or any that type of thing by me. I love it. I'm a big crafter. So I thought to myself one day, laying in my bed, and got this bright idea and decided to remake over my entire room without spending a lot of money. I will be buying some pieces and I'll show you the end piece, but the color scheme will be black, gold, and white. So this dresser back here, we actually purchased this dresser when we first got married. When we first got married, we didn't have a lot of money. And that was over 10 years ago. We didn't have a lot of money. My husband and I were just getting started. So we literally moved in with each other with the clothes and things like that we had on our back. I moved from my grandmother's house. He was staying in the barracks in the military. And, you know, a year later, we ended up having my son, and we needed something to put his clothes in. So we went to this random store, very small store, found this dresser. We wanted the cheapest thing that they had. So we found this very small dresser to put his clothes in, and we've had it ever since. My kids now since have, you know, new furniture, but this is kind of like sentimental. We kind of had it. Don't know how long we're going to keep it. So in this video, you're not going to see a ton of prep work on this material, like, you know, sanding, but I have cleaned it. And yeah, like I'm not gonna sand it or anything like that. So I cleaned it, and we're just gonna spray paint it, and I'm gonna seal it and put some new knobs on it. It doesn't have knobs already, but I'm gonna put some knobs on it. And come with me on this journey to making over my room, our bedroom. Just quick updates. We are military, so we move. Right. Hi, so here I am really cleaning off these dresser drawers. I'm going to start with the drawers first, and then I'll move on to the bigger piece, the bigger part of the dresser. But I'm just really taking my time to really get off all of the marks, so that when I go to spray paint it, it's nice and even. So you always want to make sure you do that first. So I'm just really cleaning that off. And here's what they look like. I'm not going to spray or sand them, because it's, like I said, it's an older dresser. So, and we move a lot. It's not really necessary to sand, but normally you would sand it just to have a nice even area if you have a lot of dings and things like that. So I'm going to put on my mask. I always put on a mask, not just because, you know, of the thing. I always have a mask because I don't like the spray paint to go up my nose. Now, if you saw previously, I use this type of spray paint. This is Krylon, I think is how it's spelled, but my favorite is Rust-Oleum, actually. But these two particular brands have a special, not a special, but a nozzle that I like to use, because some of them, depending on the nozzle, they don't spray evenly, but these types, they do spray evenly. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean off this part as well. And I use my first coat on my drawers, and so I'm just cleaning this, and now I'm going to use some more spray paint and get this nice and clean. Now I try to go back and forth long ways to get a nice even coat to, you know, prevent drips and things like that. Sometimes it's inevitable when you're using spray paint, but you want to try to get a nice even coat by just going back and forth and making sure your spray paint is far away, and try to do this in coats. Now this spray paint does have a primer in it, so it does a pretty good job of getting the first coat covered, or the dresser covered in the first coat. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll apply another coat, and also I'm gonna later on apply a sealant as well. I think I'm gonna use lacquer in this one, so I have everything nice and covered. Okay guys, here we are, day 2, and I have my lacquer here, which I'm gonna spray to seal the whole drawer, and then we're gonna add the knobs after it dries.